Resident Evil 1. The one that started it all. But was it actually good? It was originally conceived as a remake of the game Sweet Home, made in 1989 by Tokuro Fujiwara. Resident Evil is a third-person survival horror game set in the Arklay Mountains. You play as either Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine as they search the nearby mountains for their lost Bravo team. The original PlayStation version gained a rating of 91 out of 100 on Metacritic based on 8 reviews. GameSpot described the game as one of those rare games that's almost as entertaining to watch as it is to play. A reviewer for Next Generation said, "It manages to be as genuinely scary as a good horror film. No small achievement. There are a lot of things that work around games being this frightening. In this case, however, fine character work, creepy and well executed sound effects, and just the right music in just the right places all have a subtle, cumulative effect, while criticising the laughable dialogue and voice acting, but he felt those were overridden by the game's positive aspects. The game was a bestseller in Japan, North America and Europe, and by 1997 the game had sold about 4 million units worldwide and grossed over $200 million. In an interview with GameFan in 1996, Shinji Mikami said, when asked when they were developing it, did they think about foreign markets at all? Shinji said, well actually no, I didn't think about the foreign market, and because of that I've been told that the dialogue in the game was very strange. I've heard that a lot. I'll do it properly next time. He was then asked, was the voices recorded in America? No, it was recorded in Japan. Well, the voice actors were American, but the translator was Japanese. People ended up thinking the dialogue was very unnatural. The other thing is that at first the actors didn't speak very clearly. The US version doesn't have subtitles on the screen like the Japanese one does. So in the English version, if you miss hearing an important message, that's it. There's nothing you can do to fix that. We asked the voice actors to speak very slowly and clearly, but that ended up being a negative itself. Since I'm Japanese, I didn't realise how strange it was for them to be speaking so slowly. I was disturbed when I finally noticed that much later. So that explains why the voices were always so fucking weird in this game, but did it really hurt the game? No, not at all. Anyway, let's get into the game. So there are 2 campaigns, and we're going to do Chris first. So we're flying around the mountains looking for Bravo team. We've gone and got themselves a bit lost. When we land down, this guy finds a fucking gun with a hand attached to it, which is awesome. Then we get some epic acting. Joseph! And then Brad, like the absolute prick that he is, goes and flies off and leaves us here.
No! Don't go! Bye, have a great time.
So we get chased by the pooch and we all leg it for the mansion. And then you get the most 90s character introduction ever.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
And if you weren't already sold on this game by this point, then I just can't help you.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Chris goes to investigate the gunshot that they heard, and this is where we get to see the most iconic scene in any horror game ever made. So we obviously nope the fuck out of there, and then we go back to the main hall where Jill and Wesker were waiting.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
Apparently the two of them are buggered off somewhere, so Chris wants to go look for them after finding Jill's gun on the floor. So this is more than likely the first puzzle the player will encounter, and all it really is just pushing the stairs up to the statue and grabbing the map. It's a nice little introduction to show the player that you can push stuff around, which I suppose was probably quite a novelty back then. Now I'd almost completely forgotten about this section. The music change when you get into this place is brilliant, it's so creepy. The blood on the walls just suggests you're going to find something probably less than pleasant. And you go through this door, and the sound of the environment changes, the ambient sound. And then you go out there, and you find Forrest just dead on the floor. He's been eaten alive by crows. So naturally you investigate him. Obviously you rob his body of all of his worldly goods. And then the crows come and get you. So again, you've got to nope out of there. So we find this statue above the dining hall that seems to be holding a nice blue gem. You find out if you push it over the edge, you can go back down into the dining hall and pick it up. Yeah, I think we'll come back later. A nice addition to the game, and one of my favourite things, was the files you could find. They basically teach you some of the history and the lore of the Arclay Mansion. And in this case, it was a book about botany, which would give you a nice little introduction to herbs and how to use them. And this is the part where I found out zombies can't do stairs. Good to know. Now it's about here you'll find your first proper save room. You've got the typewriter, which you need ink ribbons, which are very limited, just so you can save the game. Which I'm going to be honest, in this particular playthrough I struggled with that because I'd forgotten just how rare they were. But probably the most important thing, or the next most important thing, is your big magic box, which anything you put into it, you can retrieve from any other magic box that you'll find in the game. And you're going to need these magic boxes because you have only got 6 inventory slots. And if those inventory slots are all full, you cannot pick anything else up. So these things are very important. It was a nice cool addition to the game to make you actually think about what you've got to pick up, what you can take with you. And all in all, it just added to the challenge of the game and just made it that much more engaging. And this is about the part in the game and I realised just how precious ammo was in this game. There's a fair amount of it, but if you use it all too soon, you're fucked. And I found out the hard way that the knife is not a good way to kill stuff.
Oh, fuck off.
So it was at this point I realised that I had to go through that corridor with the 3 zombies in it. So with the power of anime and Jesus on my side, I skillfully manoeuvred through everything in this corridor.
Fucking everywhere. Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but
I see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
So this is the second safe room we found, but what's nice is in here we find the first key to the mansion. Now a nice little touch about some aspects of this game is you have to actually go into the menu and examine the key to find out what the key's actually used for.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
Now this is one of the few puzzles I actually did remember from this one. And it's not a particularly hard one. All you have to do is find the chemical that we found in the previous safe room and then put it in the pump and it kills the vine.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
There's quite a lot of herbs in here, some green ones and some red ones, but most importantly is the second key you're going to find. A little way down the hall you'll find a room with some ammo, but most importantly a broken shotgun, which believe me, will help you greatly in avoiding being a crisp sandwich. Yeah, I said it. Also in the same corridor you'll find a tiger statue, which if you put the blue gem we found in earlier, it gives you the wind crest, which you're going to need later. In this room you'll find a bunch of armour and 2 statues and a couple of vents in the floor. If you press the button on the middle of the floor without moving the statues over the vents, it's going to spew poison out and you're going to fucking die. So all you need to do is put the statues over the vents and then you can get your item out of the display case at the end of the room. There's another puzzle that it's not much of a head scratcher, but it does slow down the pace of the game a little bit, giving you a bit of breathing room.
What the fuck, Richard?
Now, unfortunately, in this room, we find Richard, who's a bit dead. So, to show him the utmost respect, we steal all his shit and walk away. That's some bullshit. So this is one of... what the fuck? So this is one of my favourite rooms in this game, was this piano room. I always thought, even when I was younger, that this room just looked amazing. Anyway, so you search the shelves, and you find some music notes. But guess what? Chris can't play the piano. But just in the nick of time...
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
So we just leave it at practice and then come back in a bit.
Chris! Chris! You like it?
Oh, that was great!
What is that?
So we go inside, we swap the two shields around, make sure you put the wooden one in the golden one's place, and then leave. Obviously, if you don't put something in there to replace it with, that wall shuts behind you and you can't leave. But even then, all you've got to do is put the gold one back and then it'll open again, so you're not particularly stuck either way. So we put the gold emblem above the fireplace, and then that moves the clock out of the way, and inside you find the key. Even though I knew exactly what was going to happen there, this bit still shit me up. Now we replace this boomstick with our broken boomstick, and now we got a boomstick. Now this puzzle, I think is one of the better puzzles maybe. It might make you stop and think for a few seconds, but all you really need to do is follow the instructions of giving him a peaceful death. All you need to do is press the switches in order from the youngest to the oldest, and then press the main switch at the end, and that's the puzzle done. But it's still quite a nice little puzzle, one that you may have to stop and think for a few seconds at least. And there's a fun little twist: if you get the puzzle wrong, all the crows come and kill you, so that's cool. Now this is where you'll meet the first boss of the game, and trust me when I tell you, this boss is fucking hard. Just watch.
I'm a snake.
And that was the fight. Yeah, that was extremely difficult. There's one thing about Resident Evil games, is they are not particularly difficult in any way. So for me, that's a downside, but it's quite subjective how much fun you get out of difficulty, so...
Chris!
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
I'm sure the serum must be there. I'll be right back.
So we run down to the room where we first met Rebecca, grab the serum, and then head back to Chris.
You all right?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
Ah, my head is killing me.
I think you will be all right because I gave you a shot. But please be careful.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
And now magically Chris is fine again, so that's good. So we head down into the garden, put the last crest into the slot, and then we can run out into the garden. Run past all the dogs, and then we find ourselves into another part of the building. Oh, I absolutely love the music in these bedrooms. It sounds so creepy and ominous. Just give it a listen. I'm absolutely certain that the spiders in the later games are nowhere near this hard. These things absolutely fucking annihilated me. Now I've said so far that all the other puzzles have been pretty damn easy. This one on the other hand threw me for a loop. I absolutely fucking despise puzzles like this. I have zero patience for them, they're not that intuitive. Just, fuck them in every way. I just end up pressing buttons and throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I hate these things. So we go into this room, and we have a search around, and we examine some stuff, and we realise that Chris is a bit of a dum-dum. He can't figure out any fucking thing for himself, and he needs someone else to do it for him. I wonder who that's going to be. So we go back out into the room, grab the key from nearby the hive, we read a note about a scientist who went mad and flooded the basement, and we move furniture to find a ladder. So we descend down the ladder into said basement. So we push some boxes into the water, we go into the next room which is flooded. On the way through we get our legs nibbled by a shark. We pull some levers to drain the water out of the room, go into the next room, pick up all of the ammo, which is never a good sign, pick up the key to room 3, and then we head back up to room 3. In room 3 we find a book that describes a chemical which can kill the large plant thing that we haven't quite met yet. So we read that, we move some shelves, and then without thinking about it and without any sort of foresight, we move into the next room.
Rebecca, no, it's no use. The roots of it are in the basement. You could... Whoa!
Chris!
Take this file with you. Use the information in it in order to make the potion. Then kill the root! Becca, please!
Chris! Don't die!
So we mix up the V-Jolt, which is easy enough because the solution's written on the wall. We go down into the basement, use the V-Jolt on the plant roots, killing the plant. And then we head back out the room to see Chris is still in trouble. And this is where my dumb ass realises I probably should have prepared and brought something for healing. Never mind. So he's easy enough, he goes down with a few shotgun shells. I'll take a little bit of acid to the face and then that's it. We grab the key from the fireplace and then head back out, where Rebecca's waiting for us.
Oh! I can't believe it! Are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Saved again.
I just...
Really, thank you.
You'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?
I guarantee it.
Well, Chris, this is Richard's radio. We received communication from Brad at the courtyard a little while ago, but he is still flying around in the sky. He obviously couldn't hear our voices. Maybe his radio is broken.
I see. Understood. I'll keep it. We should somehow let Brad know we're here.
At the pharmaceutical room I found a little while ago, I think I will be able to make something. Anyway, Chris, I'm glad you're safe. This room is fully equipped with medical supplies. I can treat you, except for your major injury. Would you like me to?
Yes, please do something for me, temporarily.
Most of these medicines are from Umbrella.
What's Umbrella?
Don't you know? It's a large-scale pharmaceutical company based in Raccoon City.
Oh, I see.
So we leave Rebecca and we find a familiar face.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
Why the fuck you lying?
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
So obviously we completely trust Wesker and we head back into the mansion to check the doors that we haven't unlocked yet. But on the way there, we get introduced to probably the most frustrating enemy in the entire game.
Nope.
So just as Wesker suggested, we go back through the mansion trying to look at the doors that we couldn't previously open. And in one of the rooms we come across an old friend. He's no more difficult than the last time we met him, so we just quickly put him down. Then we investigate the hole that he created for us. Going down the hole opens up a shortcut. There's nothing much down here, so we keep going. But it does lead us to a place we couldn't get to otherwise within the mansion. One of those places is a room where you have to move a statue onto the light and you retrieve an MO disc, which will be important later. So I was saying that Resident Evil isn't particularly hard, but that changes as soon as these hunters enter the game. They're so fucking annoying sometimes and they'll hit you almost every single time. Your best bet is to just try and run around them. There's not even any point in fighting them most of the time. So we find the battery that's upstairs. Use the battery so we can use the lift in the garden. Change the flow of water again. Now we can head down a ladder to take us into the sewer area of the mansion. Down here we find another member of the Bravo team.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there? Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
I swear they went out of their way to make Chris the biggest dum-dum in gaming history. At least in this game. So we go further into the sewers where we meet a giant spider. So we kill that and kill all of her offspring. Then we do a small statue puzzle where we will retrieve the wolf medal. Then we spend about a fucking hour running around trying to figure out where this other fucking medal is, because you realise eventually that you forgot to check one single room in that fucking mansion. I'm not mad. Then you use the medallions on the fountain. And then we descend down. Using my epic detective skills, I quickly discern the password using a note in the room and the painting on the wall, which tells us the password to a computer in a lab just down the hallway, which unlocks several rooms within the lab.
Ace Detective!
And then Chris, using some slides that he finds, makes a shocking discovery. Using the MO discs on the machines dotted around, we eventually find the final passcode, and then we go and find someone we haven't seen for some time.
Chris!
Jill!
Chris, Wesker, he is...
I know. Shoot, it doesn't open. Look, Jill, wait here. I'll save you.
Okay, I'll wait.
So we go and put the power back onto the elevator and then head to the elevator.
Chris!
Rebecca, you're safe.
I saw you in the garden. I've caught up with you at last.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Really?
Yeah, like this.
Rebecca!
Don't move! If you do, I'll kill you. Chris, I have something to show you. Now, walk.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too. What? Don't come this way! No!
can't kill me!
So we put the tyrant down and then we head back out to go see Rebecca.
Wow!
Ha! It seems like this bulletproof jacket is pretty strong.
I see.
How about Captain Wesker?
He is sleeping with the ultimate failure. Hurry up! I want to get out of here.
Excuse me, Chris.
What, Rebecca?
I saw a research file in this lab. It said that a great deal of research on the tyrant virus exists right here. We should blow this place up.
We are already into it over our heads. Rebecca, can you do it?
Yes, sir. I'll set off a triggering system for a bomb.
Okay, now we have a chance to escape. See you outside the house.
So Rebecca wants to blow up the facility, so we have to go and grab Jill and then try and head out to escape.
Jill, sorry for making you wait.
Chris! I knew I could trust you.
Let's go. There's no need to stay.
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca, Brad's up in the helicopter.
Look at those monsters!
Let me take care of them.
But,
Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
okay.
So the tyrant appears and we've got to fight him one final time. Fight him for long enough and Brad will eventually drop you a rocket launcher. And if you can manage to shoot the tyrant, you've won. You've finished the game. that's it, you finish the game. Apparently it took me nearly 8 hours. At the end of it, I unlocked a key which will unlock a closet so I can try some new costumes. So I guess now all that's left is to quickly do Jill's campaign.
What is this?
Wow! What a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this.
What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being. Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
This is where we find one of the biggest differences between Chris's and Jill's campaign. As with the lockpick, Jill can get through certain doors that Chris couldn't get through without a key. And she also doesn't need small keys to unlock the drawers and stuff, which makes the flow of the gameplay a little bit different for each character. Another major difference is that Jill doesn't have to find the broken shotgun to survive this part of the game.
Hey, what's going on?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down. Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
He said it! He said it!
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, Didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Also, Jill gets a weapon that Chris doesn't get, the bazooka, which is pretty damn strong, but I didn't really use it that much, to be honest. Another difference between the two campaigns is when you find Richard in the hallway.
Richard! What happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
So Richard dies, and then we go and fight the snake just the same as Chris does. Jill passes out at the bottom of the stairs and then gets rescued by some mystery guy.
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum. Barry?
So having gotten the last crest, we head through the garden, kill the big plant thing, and then we meet Wesker again.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
So we go through the mansion, get the battery that we need to get into the sewers, and then we head into the sewers where we find Barry.
Oh, Jill! What good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry! Hey, are you all right? I can go first if you want me to.
Okay, let's go, Barry. I'm depending on you.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes!
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella. Ha!
Enrico!
So much like Chris's campaign, we kill the spider, we head down the fountain, and then we're inside the lab. In the lab, we find a cell where Chris is waiting.
Jill? Is that you, Jill?
Oh, Chris, you're alive!
Of course. Damn it, we're in quite a predicament, Jill.
I know, Chris. Anyway, I have to open this room. It doesn't work. Well, Chris, I'll be sure to come back and help you soon. Will you wait here?
Thanks. I'll be waiting here for you.
Jill! Jill! You're here too!
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going. Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant.
Oh! Barry!
Sorry, Jill.
How is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill!
Yes, what?
Do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then.
Best idea ever.
Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature. Damn you!
It can't control what it does. Barry? Barry! You're alive!
I'm really embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going. What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers
Wesker
and
must have
dogs
set it off.
take cover immediately.
There's not much time left for us.
Unlock all reservoirs. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and...
Oh, Jill!
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
So everything is done?
Well, almost, yes. Now let's go.
And dogs should take cover immediately.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
For evacuation.
Oh no! You must be kidding! After you've come all the way here!
Ladies first! Go first, Jill!
But Chris!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay, I leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
The triggering system has now been activated.
And that's Jill's campaign, overall pretty much the same as Chris's, with a few differences. So overall, was this game good? Hell yeah, it was fucking good. For a 2-decade-old game, it still stands the test of time. It's still a brilliant horror experience. Yeah, the gameplay's a little bit dated. The voice acting certainly could have done with some improvement, but overall the game's still incredible. With 2 separate campaigns, each adding a bit of variety and replayability to the game, even with some unlockable costumes and such, this game still is an absolute flawed masterpiece. And there's a damn good reason that this game spawned an entire franchise that's lasted 2 decades.